Title: The Beautiful Mess Machine. Reese burst through the workshop door, wild brown curls bouncing like springs, hazel eyes gleaming behind safety goggles that were slightly too big. A white lab coat, borrowed from Mom's closet, dragged on the floor behind them, already decorated with mysterious purple stains and what looked suspiciously like glitter glue. "Today's the day," they announced to the empty garage, arms spread wide like a conductor about to begin a symphony. The workshop wasn't much to look at, just a corner of the family garage with a wobbly wooden table, mismatched shelves crammed with recycled parts, and a pegboard covered in drawings of impossible inventions. But to a 9-year-old inventor, it was paradise. Cardboard tubes rolled across the table as eager hands sorted through the morning's collection. 3 paper towel rolls, perfect. 1 wrapping paper tube, even better. A handful of rubber bands, some bottle caps, and, yes, the old alarm clock Dad said could be taken apart. "First," came the determined mutter, "we need the base structure." Small fingers worked quickly, connecting tubes with duct tape that stuck to everything except where it was supposed to go. The invention was taking shape, a sort of mechanical arm with springs and levers, designed to reach high shelves. Or at least, that was the plan. Bang! The prototype collapsed, sending bottle caps skittering across the concrete floor like escaping beetles. Minor setback, came the cheerful assessment. All great inventors face challenges. Outside, voices drifted through the open garage door. Maya and Jordan were tossing a basketball in the driveway, their laughter punctuated by the rhythmic bounce of the ball. "Hey!" Maya called, peering into the garage. Her basketball tucked under one arm, she surveyed the chaos with interest. "What are you building now?" "The tremendous telescoping grabber Mark III." Pride radiated from every word. "It'll help short people reach tall things without climbing on chairs." Jordan appeared beside Maya, pushing his glasses up his nose. "Cool. How does it work?" "Well," a pause. "The truth was, it didn't work. Not yet. It's still in the testing phase. Very technical. Lots of science involved." Maya grinned. "Can we help? I'm pretty good at building things." "And I know about pulleys from my robotics club," Jordan added hopefully. The workshop suddenly felt less lonely. "Okay, but you have to wear safety equipment. Science has rules." Soon 3 heads bent over the workbench, hands busy with tape and string. Maya suggested using a tennis ball as a gripper. Jordan figured out how to make a simple pulley system with thread spools. The grabber began to look less like abstract art and more like an actual tool. "Try it now," Maya said, stepping back. The contraption extended with a satisfying whoosh, reaching toward a box of crackers on the highest shelf. Almost. Crash! The entire shelf unit wobbled. Boxes tumbled down like dominoes, showering the inventors with instant oatmeal, cereal, and approximately 17 packages of pasta. "Oops," 3 voices said in unison. They stared at the mess, then at each other. Jordan's glasses sat crooked, decorated with oatmeal flakes. Maya had spaghetti in her hair. The lab coat now featured a modern art masterpiece of food debris. "Maybe," Jordan suggested quietly, "we need a different approach." Reese felt disappointment creeping in like a gray cloud. Another failed invention. Another mess to clean up. Another... "Wait." Maya's eyes lit up. "What if that's the point? Making messes?" Jordan looked skeptical. "No, cleaning them up. Reese, you're always inventing things to solve problems, right? Well, look around. What's the biggest problem right now?" The garage looked like a pasta factory had exploded. Oatmeal crunched underfoot. Cereal had somehow reached the ceiling fan. "We need..." The words came slowly, then faster. "We need a cleanup-inator." The disappointment evaporated like morning dew. This was even better than the grabber. Working together, they repurposed their failed invention. The telescoping arm became an extended dustpan. The pulley system could raise and lower a collection bag. Maya contributed her hair ribbons to create a static charge duster.
Jordan, can you hold this while I attached it? Got it. Maya, pull that string when I say, ready? This is actually working.
The cleanup-inator wasn't pretty. It looked like a robot made from recyclables had collided with a cleaning supply closet. But as they pushed it around the garage, something magical happened. It actually picked up cereal. It actually collected pasta. It actually worked.
We did it, Jordan cheered, high-fiving Maya.
Team science for the win. Maya added, striking a superhero pose. Pride swelled in the young inventor's chest, but it was different from the usual feeling of creating something alone. This was warmer, bigger, like sunshine spreading through the whole garage. You know what? The words tumbled out eagerly. We should form an invention club. We could meet every Saturday and build things together.
Can we make a robot? Jordan asked right away. Or an automatic basketball returner? Maya suggested.
We can make anything. But first, a grin spread across the flour-dusted face. We should probably test the cleanup-inator on the kitchen. I might have conducted a small baking soda volcano experiment in there yesterday. They trooped toward the house, pushing their ridiculous but functional invention. Mrs. Chen next door waved from her garden, probably wondering why 3 children were parading around with what appeared to be a mechanical octopus made of household items. The kitchen was indeed a disaster zone. Dried volcano lava, really just baking soda and vinegar, decorated the counter like abstract art. Somehow there were footprints on the ceiling, though nobody could remember how those got there. Okay, team, Reese announced, adjusting the oversized safety goggles with determination. Operation Kitchen Rescue begins now. They worked like a weld machine, if that machine occasionally sprouted giggles and needed frequent adjustments. Jordan manned the pulley system. Maya operated the extending arm. The team leader directed operations from the ground, occasionally darting in to collect debris. Watch out for the splat. A glob of dried volcano goo landed on Jordan's shoe. Never mind. Hey, look! Maya pointed to the window. Outside, Tommy from down the street was struggling to retrieve his model airplane from the roof gutter. His little sister Ella watched anxiously from below, clutching a controller. The grabber! All 3 inventors said at once. They raced back to the garage, quickly modifying their original invention. This time they worked with practiced efficiency. Jordan calculated the exact angle needed. Maya reinforced the grip with rubber bands. Within minutes, they had a grabber 2.0. Tommy! The call rang out across the yard. We can help. Tommy's face lit up with relief. Really? Dad says we have to wait until he gets home, but Ella's really upset. Stand back, Jordan said importantly. Let the professionals handle this. The grabber extended up toward the gutter. It wobbled. It swayed. But Maya steadied the base while Jordan adjusted the angle, and slowly, carefully, the mechanical fingers closed around the airplane. You did it! Ella squealed, jumping up and down as her plane descended safely. Tommy examined his rescued aircraft, then looked at the bizarre contraption that had saved it. This is amazing. Did you really build this? We all did, came the proud response. It's what Invention Club does. We solve problems together. Can I join? Tommy asked eagerly. I'm good at painting. I could make your inventions look cool. And me, Ella piped up. I can test things. I'm really good at testing things. The garage was getting crowded now. 5 kids surrounded the workbench, all talking at once about improvements and new projects. Someone suggested a cookie delivery system. Someone else wanted to build a homework, organizing robot. Reese stood in the middle of the happy chaos, watching friends share ideas and laugh together. The tremendous telescoping grabber Mark III leaned against the wall, held together with too much tape and pure determination. It wasn't the sleek, professional invention from those first sketches. It was better. Okay, everyone. The announcement rang out over the chatter. Official first meeting of the Neighborhood Invention Club starts now. First order of business. We need more safety goggles.
And more duct tape, Maya added. Lots more duct tape, Jordan agreed.
And maybe some real tools? Tommy suggested hopefully. And cookies, Ella chimed in. Scientists need cookies. They spent the rest of the afternoon planning and building. The clean-up-inator got improvements. Ella's idea to add googly eyes was surprisingly popular. The grabber became a multi-tool with different attachments. Tommy painted racing stripes on everything, which somehow made them seem more scientific. When parents started calling kids home for dinner, the garage looked like a tiny factory of dreams. Half-finished inventions covered every surface. Plans for a Homework Helper 3000 decorated the walls. A sign reading Invention Club Solving Problems Together hung crooked above the door. Same time next week? Maya asked, carefully placing her safety goggles on the designated hook.
Absolutely, Jordan confirmed, already scribbling notes about pulley improvements. I'll bring paint, Tommy promised.
I'll bring cookies, Ella announced, which everyone agreed was the most important contribution. As friends scattered toward home, the garage fell quiet except for the scratch of pencil on paper. New ideas were already forming: a lost pet finder, an automatic plant waterer, maybe even that cookie delivery system Ella wanted. But the best invention of the day wasn't anything built from tubes and tape. It was discovering that science was more fun with friends, that failed inventions could become successful ones, and that sometimes the best solutions came from working together. The safety goggles finally came off, set carefully on the workbench next to a note that read, Invention Club Meeting, Saturday 10 a.m.
Bring ideas.
Tomorrow will bring new challenges and new messes. But now there was a whole team ready to face them, armed with duct tape, determination, and most importantly, each other. Outside, the setting sun painted the driveway orange and gold. Inside the garage workshop, surrounded by the beautiful mess of creation, one young inventor smiled at the thought of all the problems they'd solved together. The tremendous telescope and grabber Mark III might have started as a solo project, but it had become something much better, the beginning of adventures yet to come.